Hello everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to import the Dominion Land Survey into JOSM. So I'm going to start out by just going into my browser, and we need to download the data. We're going to download it in shapefiles format, so you can look up AltaList. We can go to the ATS at the bottom. There will be different ways to download this data depending on which local government you do, but the Alberta government has provided it through AltaList. And as you can see, click on polygons and you get this option to add item to save the shape files. So basically you can just sign in, go through the whole process, and they will send you an email with a link to download the shapefile data. So I've already gone ahead and done that. As you can see here in my downloads, I have the compressed zip folder where that it was downloaded to, and I've just extracted that. So once you have that extracted, as you can see inside, we have the local subdivisions, we have the corridors, we have the sections, and then we have the main township grid. Most of the time I'll be using the corridors, and that's what I'm going to be using for the sake of this video. But as you can see, these shapefiles are actually way too big to go into JOSM directly. So I'm using QGIS to make them smaller, a smaller size that's easier for JOSM to handle. So I'm going to start out by just launching QGIS, and I won't get into the details of how to download QGIS. It's very, very simple. Now up here, Quick Map Services, that's a plugin that you will have to install. I'm just going to load, you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to load the OSM just so I can sort of get a feel for where I am. Now I'm going to start by adding the shape files in, so I'm going to go to Layer, Add Vector Layer, and I'm going to navigate to where I saved all of these corridors. Now, in order to properly load this data, you need to have all of these associated files in the same location. So I can't just take this shapefile and move it somewhere else. I have to take all of this with it if I want it to load correctly. So I'm going to load the quarter sections, QTR, and all of this you can leave as default. I'm going to select Add. Now you're going to need to change the coordinate reference system, so all of these have different areas in which they are meant for. So this is Canada, Quebec. This is USA, Hawaii. Now number 4 is for Canada, Alberta, so that's going to be the most accurate for our purposes. So as you can see, it's populated in the background, so I'm just going to hit close. Now before I do anything, I'm going to right click and I'm going to toggle editing. Now I'm going to start deleting the extra data that I don't need. So for now, I'm going to be, you'll need to do this in small sections so that it doesn't crash the program, but I'm just going to go up here, select features by polygon, and I'm just going to start taking some of this extra data, and I'll hit delete, and I'll delete that. Now the two areas that I'm going to be working on are Lloydminster and Oyen. Okay, so now I just have the areas that I need. I'm going to right click this and I'm going to go export, save features as. So make sure you've selected Esri shapefile, and I'm just going to say Oyen, Lloydminster, truncated QT. Okay, now you can hit OK, and this will save to your documents folder. Okay, so now we're all done with that. We can go into our JOSM, and before I do anything, I'm going to go and locate the shapefile. Now, as you can see, we have all of these associated files like we had in the content that we downloaded. And so I'm going to select the shapefile, which is right here, and I can just drag it into JOSM. Now, I forgot to mention that in order to do this, you are going to need the Open Data plugin. So if you go into Edit, Preferences, Plugins, and just make sure that your Open Data plugin is installed. And so that's just going to allow JOSM to read the shapefiles. Okay, so now I have my shapefiles in, and as you can see, we have all of these quarter sections, and you can see we have all of the information in here with the section, township, range, meridian, all of the information, and we can now download the data that we need. I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you make more accurate roads and boundaries and line everything up geographically.